can barely see me. I don't really know what to do about that. But, I went to this Hey, I forgot to say hello. Hello. It's November, I think 14th or 13th, 2024. And I was at this international fest with the after school program I do. I think this is only the second year I've went. I think I went once in 11th grade, but I don't really remember it too. Like, I do remember it. My mom said we went twice, but I think this is the second time. But this is embarrassing. I don't really know like what else to do. So basically, why am I crying? Please tell me that's not my mom. I really hope it's not my mom. That's my mom. Where is... Oh, I'm gonna try to make this quick. My mom just left the car. So I have a friend who does the after school program with me, and sometimes I just think, I think I'm really annoying to people. They never like say anything, but it just feels like that sometimes. They're back. The fam is back. I'm gonna have to do this when I get home. Okay, I'm done being a little bitch now. I'm done crying. What was I talking about? I had to stop this video like 3 times because I don't like talking about stuff in front of my family, in front of anybody. What was I about to say? Right, so before the event started, I was supposed to be there by 4:30 to help set up, and I was kind of freaking out on like how I would get there because by 4:30 because I live like pretty far away from where the event is at. It's an after school thing. And so basically, okay, let me give a little background here. The after school program I go to is not at my school. It's at a different school, and I go to that school. I've been going to that school after school all my high school, like all the 4 years. Not as much in 11th grade though. I kind of like stopped going in 11th grade, but I started going again at the end of the year kind of. So that was at all those years I went there, and so I made friends like there. Friends from that school that I kind of only talk to when I was there and when we go on trips and stuff, which is always fun. Like, it's fun. It's just they aren't like people that I guess talk to outside of there. But then again, I don't really talk to anybody outside of wherever I talk to them at, you know, like but anyway, so I always message. I only have one person's number from there, this girl from there, and every time I go there, I have to text her and ask her to open the door. And I sometimes, I just hope that the door is open because I feel like I'm like being annoying every day asking if she can open the door, if anybody is gonna open the door. And so I just, I feel annoying sometimes. And then other times, or I guess this time specifically, I asked if she was gonna go early, like early to help set up 4:30. It starts at 5. The coordinator wanted us to be there by 4:30 to help set up, and I was asking like, "Are you going there early?" And she was telling me like, "No, she won't be able to, but she's taking the bus that's going there." They didn't tell me there was a bus that was going there, which I guess is pretty fair because I'm only able to go to the after school program 3 days out of 5, which is better than only 2 days out of 5. But like, I don't know. I feel like they could have told me there was gonna be a bus. Not the girl, not the girl I'm talking about. The coordinator. She kind of forgets stuff though. But yeah. So I asked her like, "Oh, there's a bus," and she says, like, "Yeah." And I'm like, "Oh, what time does it leave?" And she was just telling me about the bus and stuff, like telling me like what time it leaves. And I was wondering like, if it leaves at this time, how's it gonna get there by this time? And she said, "Oh, it's not gonna get there early. It's gonna get there at the regular time and stuff." And I asked if anybody else. This is all through message. I asked if anybody else was going early, if anybody she knew was going early. And it's so embarrassing just getting like feeling, oh, it's so embarrassing feeling, I look decapitated. Anyways, let's enjoy the little bit of like, I look like I'm like a vampire. Like, why is, okay. Anyways, I asked like if anybody else was gonna go early. So, you know, I wouldn't, like, if nobody's going early, I'm not gonna go early. Like, I don't have to stress about going early if nobody else is going early. She goes, "I do not know." And I don't know why, but like saying "I do not know," it makes me feel like, okay, stop asking questions, stop talking. Like, clearly, like, she probably doesn't want to like, keep talking to me or something. So embarrassing. Hashtag embarrassing, guys. Hashtag embarrassed. Hashtag it's not that deep. But so that kind of set my mood off a little bit, but not like in like, oh, why'd you have to respond that way type thing. Like, okay, like I'm probably asking too many questions. Like, I just need to be quiet. And so I get to the thing, and usually I mean, not like they're ever like excited to see me or anything, but like they like say hey and stuff, and like normal people do. But I got there and I seen them, and I was like, I went like, because they were at a table like getting something from the table, and I was like behind them, and I was like, when they turn around they would see me. Like, I would be like, "Hey, like, you know, I'm here, like, what are we doing?" Maybe I'm being just sensitive, maybe I'm being too self-centered. I don't know, I might be, I don't know. I already said I'm a very sensitive person. I think I might just be like overthinking it. Yeah, I go behind them, and well, not behind them, sounds kind of weird, but like I walk up behind them, like where the table is, but behind. It is so cold outside. How are people wearing shorts right now? This is insane. And they turn around and they kind of just like don't say anything. Or the girl who said "I do not know," she just kind of not stared at me, but like just, I don't know, it made me feel like, it kind of made me feel like she was like, just didn't like me. Which is not that serious in the bigger picture at all. Like, that's how I have to convince myself, like, think about the bigger picture. Like, it's not that serious. But in the moment, it just felt weird. And they just said, we have to help with the table at the festival, because we have our own table and we have to help with the table, but it's not our turn yet, so we can go around and get food. And I was thinking like, oh, okay, we're all gonna go around and get food, but I was like, oh, okay. But I don't think, not to say they didn't want me to go with them. I am not trying to cry on camera. That's embarrassing as fuck, okay? Let me control myself. Not to say they didn't want me to go with them, but it didn't feel like they cared if I did or if I didn't, which literally doesn't mean anything. Like, it doesn't mean like they don't want you around. Like, it just, in my head, if someone like doesn't care whether or not I'm there, like, it, in my head, it means, okay, just don't. Because, like, you know, so I just sat down like a loser, sat in the corner of like one of these seats. It was like a chair it was like a cushion seat, booth type chair that went all across the wall. And I sat at the end of it, and I just, because I already felt like I was about to cry. Like, I already felt like I was about to cry. I don't know why, just felt like I was. This is so embarrassing because it's not that serious, but like, I literally left because of this. But I'm there, and I just sit there, and I'm like, okay, I don't want to look at my phone the whole time, because like, I don't want to look at my phone the whole time. I do want to listen to music though. I kind of don't want to write right now, because like, what am I gonna, like, I just don't want to, like, if I write, I'm gonna cry. So I just get my sketchbook, and I just draw. And the coordinator comes up to me after like 10 minutes of me sitting there, and she's like, I know you're not sitting here drawing while they need help. Like, just being joking, like, she's just joking, like, it's, you know, it's just a joke, you know, because they do need help. I just didn't know that, because they didn't tell me. They told me you should get food now because it's not our turn to help yet, but when it is, you won't be able to go get food. But they never came to me when it was time to get help. Like, the area I was in, they walked like, let's say they just walked to the left, and it's like a hallway. There's no other way to get to the main area other than walking to the right. Like, it's one way thing. Like, there's no opposite ways. And I don't know, they didn't say anything when it was their time to go up there, and that doesn't mean anything. Like, it doesn't mean they did it on purpose or anything, but I just like overthink so much, and it's like, well, like, they didn't tell you, you know. So and I told her, like, they didn't tell me because they didn't, like, I didn't, you know. But I did help them at the table. We didn't really like talk or anything, but like, we were doing work. Like, it's not like we were doing work. Like, we were, you know, serving the cups and stuff. And then I had to do the passport thing. I don't know. It's just, I kept going back and forth. Kept like going there and then going to the bathroom to like, literally, like, I had to get tissue, and I would put the tissue literally right, like, just imagine a thing of like a napkin and just going like this right where your eyes are. Have you ever done that? Because I'm wearing makeup, and if I cry, they're obviously gonna see that I'm crying, so I'm wearing freaking makeup. So I do this to kind of just get it all there. And yeah, that's kind of what it was. Why would you ever park right here? Like, there's so many parking spots, and you park right. Okay, anyways, yeah, that's what it was. And I just, after our table, because our table ran out of food, and they were just talking and stuff, and I said this in a different video. I made kind of a different video about it, about like being in a box. It's like exactly, that was my wrist, guys, I swear. That's kind of exactly what it felt like again. Like, it felt like I was like I was like there, but like nobody really seen me. It was weird because I felt like out of place. It's so weird. Like, every time I'm in a public place and one thing kind of like throws my mood off in that way, it feels like, I don't know, it just feels like either none of it is like real, or I'm not, and I'm just kind of walking like, I don't know, just in like I don't know, like I'm in the box, period, in the box, trying to I don't know, get somebody to notice or like talk to me or something, but I don't know how to talk to people, so I just don't. Yeah. So I left. I asked my mom if we were gonna stay there the whole time, because I didn't want to. had to cut the camera. Started crying like a bitch again, guys. Had to cut the camera. Okay. But basically, by the end of it, I just... Oh, why is there a car flashing? What the fuck? By the end of it, I just knew that I wouldn't be able to, like, sit there and not make it obvious that there's, like... I just didn't want anybody to ask, because if you're in a, like... I have this issue where I think every time somebody wants to know how I feel, I automatically assume it's because they feel obligated to. And that's why I kind of don't like thinking about, like, therapy or anything, because I feel like you're obligated, like, this is your job, you have to listen, you know? And that's what it feels like if I'm in a... They keep flashing these fucking lights. If I'm in a public place or, like, with people and I make it, like, obvious that something is wrong, like, I don't want you to feel obligated to ask me because you feel like I'm right here, so you have to ask me. Like, you don't, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want anybody to feel like that. And so I knew that I couldn't keep going back and forth and stuff. And people were just like, I don't know, just, oh, it's raining bad. Not bad, but is it snowing? I can't tell. But yeah, that's kind of, yeah, it just ended bad. And I felt bad. Yeah, that's really it. I think being, like, alone for so long, I don't know how to act around people. Like, I was thinking about it, like, I don't know how to explain it, but, like, I don't know how to act around people. Like, I'm always, it feels like I'm always, like, it feels like I'm always trying to fit somebody else's cup of tea. You know what I mean? Like, it feels like I'm always trying to fit for somebody else. And even when I'm not doing that, like, if I'm not doing that, if I really feel comfortable and I'm just, like, being myself, I feel annoying. Like, and mainly because the people that I'm friends with are not really similar to me, like at all. But yeah, that's kind of what life is right now. Don't really have anybody to talk to. Don't really like talking to people. Or I do like talking to people, I don't like the fear of talking. I don't like the fear of talking and, like, starting, you know, like, I don't, you know, it's awkward and the feeling is weird. But if I just want to, like, say something on here, or else I would be thinking about it and talking to myself about it literally all night. That's something I noticed, that when I talk about stuff on here, I don't talk about it as much to myself. I feel like maybe because I put it somewhere instead of just keeping it to myself. My mom wants me to go in the Home Depot. That's where we're at, but I just want to stay in the car and watch Vampire Diaries. Like, and I'm hungry. I should have just ate the food that was there. But I didn't. But yeah, I don't know how long this video is gonna be. It's like so many clips I have to put together. But yeah. I'll probably make, because this kind of all connects to, like, not having friends for real. Like, not having friends. Like, remember, I don't know if I posted that video where I was talking about, oh my gosh, I talked about like, having friends, but they're always, like, area friends. Like, we're friends when we're here, we don't really talk outside. Like, that's what it's like. I do want to talk about that, or else I'm going to think about it. I already think about it. Like, I'm going to think about it even if I do talk about it. But just to see if it will help. Maybe it will. There's probably food in the Home Depot. Bitch, I'm hungry. I'm fucking hungry. Anyways, have a nice day. Have a nice day.